Hi, welcome to another project for Made by Marley Week. We really hope you enjoy this one and tune in tomorrow for more projects. Okay, so today's Made by Marley Big Makers Week project is going to be me doing my denim dungarees. Now, I wear these all the time and they have got paint on them. So we're going to have to be quite clever. We'll just call that distress underneath. So I'm going to start with the back. Yes, I could have probably ironed them, but I'm going to have to iron them at the end. So I thought 2 lots of ironing in one day is all too much for me. So today I am going to be using Velvet Wing and I'm going to show you the stencil. So I love this one. It has this massive, very ornate moth. It comes with bark with woods and mushrooms and branches. The borders have got toadstools in them. This is another ornate border. And to put it all together, it's coming with 2 beautiful ferns, some more mushrooms, or sorry, toadstools, and another moth. So I am going to turn this into a sort of a woodland kind of thing. Right, so how are we going to do this? Well, I am going to be adding, now this isn't my tough top coat, this is just a finishing coat, so just any top coat will do. I'm just going to add a little bit into the mix when I do my stenciling. So any top coat sealer, just a little bit, and I'm going to show you how to mix it up. So on the side here, I've got cardboard, because you always use cardboard for stenciling. It's just the way to go, because a mix mat just slips around when you try and offload. I'm not going to be very precious about this. You won't be surprised to learn. I think, how do I want it to be? I want the ferns to come around the edges. So let's kind of start here. Now, what greens have I got here? Let's just get some greens on the palette. Now, some of my paint is up on the sides because I'm just due to get a whole new lot of sauce bottles, because I've had these now for 2 years and I recommend them. They're really cool. But after a while, I think that the plastic on the top perishes. So just to be aware, you know, mine are put through their paces all the time. So, I mean, it depends of how severe I think you are maybe with things. Sometimes I'm quite severe, right? So I'm going to put some of this mint green that's been hanging around in the studio now for about 3 weeks, and I keep using it in all different projects, hoping I'll use it all up. And my last green will probably be Furl, but I think I need to fill this up. As I said, I'm still not putting too much paint into my sauce bottles because of the temperature in Scotland. It's actually a little bit milder here, but it could be cold at any point in time, right up until, well, I mean, I've seen snow in March, haven't you?
Yeah.
I remember the year Daisy and Charlie's birthday party. We had a gruffalo hunt party. The kids could hardly find the gruffalo because there was that much snow. And all the children were all sunk. It was
snowsuits.
I know, and I spent weeks making all the gruffalo on MDF, painting them all in with arrows and everything, all around our garden, under the trees and everything. It was all a thing, and to be honest with you, the kids just wanted to get indoors because they were cold. Now, there you go, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm doing here is I've got my top coat, and now the runnier you make it, the more apt you might have for bleed through, but we are going into an absorbent surface, so I wouldn't panic too much. I'm just going to scatter almost a little bit into my paint like that, just so I know it's there, because we are going to heat seal these in the end, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my fern, and I'm going to start dark, and I'm going to do a sort of mixed colour with this. So this, and then maybe down the centre, because you can blend your stencils, and that's a really nice thing about stenciling. You can blend them together. And hopefully we shouldn't get bleed through, even though I've watered it down, because that's effectively what's happened here. It's got watered down with the top coat, but it should be fine. I'm living dangerously. Right. Okay, I want another one here. This is all the rage, and I'm not usually somebody that does the fashion. I'm a Matty. I just normally just do what I like.
You don't follow the fashion.
No.
You set the fashion.
Oh, that's what my dad used to say, yeah. So, yeah, but I've seen like Debbie from DIY and everybody kind of doing this, and I thought, you know, there's no reason why. And our stencils are so ornate, which I think will really lend to this look. So I'm just blending that together. I'm going to do another one up here. I'm going to have, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the little toadstools in between this. because this is the back. Now, I would imagine when you do yours, you're not going to have as large a surface area because I'm a bit of a chunky monkey, so there's quite a lot of area for me to do. You know, you might have to kind of only do 2/3.
These are, in fairness to you, these are quite baggy jeans.
I like them really, really loose. I'm not making excuses, but I mean, I like them really loose because I'm up and down and I'm working in them, and they've been brilliant to me. And I thought, well, why shouldn't I decorate these and make these look really pretty? Even though there's paint on them, I'm not bothered. It'll just set the scene. You know what I'm like? I like a scene setting incident application. So I'm not going to do much more of these because I think you get the gist with the ferns. The ferns are going to come round to probably about my waist. Well, I think it's my waist. There now. I think what I'll do here and there, I'm going to put some of these ferns, but I'm going to do these more with the furrow colour. One here. Just going to need to get some more furrow out on my. Ooh, somebody's messaging me. Probably my children. Right. And this is what I'm doing this today with, is I'm doing it with Annie Sloan's, obviously, chalk paint. I can't speak for other brands because I don't use any other brand than Annie Sloan, but I think you can do it with most chalk paint. You just have to either at the end heat seal with an iron or pop them in the tumble dryer on a heat setting and dry them that way. I don't have a tumble dryer, so they're just going to have to be ironed. That means splodge was already there, obviously, because I'm messy, but I'm liking it so far, so I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to have a wee pick of what I'd like to do next. I'm thinking, I'll go back to this one. I'm going to just go for it, and I'll come back to the mushrooms in a minute. I can't wait. It's just too exciting. Right, what colour am I going to do this in?
You're going to have a big moth on your butt, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to have one on one butt cheek and one on the other butt cheek. No, I'm not.
Excuse me, coughing.
Martin's got the cold. I've got the cold as well, but Martin's got a bit of a cough. Now, what colour am I going to do this in? See, this is the joy of stenciling, isn't it? I know I've got perfect colour. Hang on. Just mixed it up for another project, but we'll pinch some of this. Again, I'm going to just move my and get a clean piece of cardboard for this. Keep your stencil brush just to the side if you're going to be keeping on doing it. If you're going to come back to put your stencil brushes in a wee bag for while you're away doing what you're going to do. A little bit of top coat, that's quite a lot. And some of this. Now, this was a mix of Frida Blue and Amsterdam Green. Just putting my sealer in that. Right, now, here we go. Now, you can use loads of different colours. I might actually open another one of our stencils and use wee posies to get some flowers for this as well. Because, I mean, I own the company. It's actually really easy to stencil onto fabric. It's not difficult at all. It's quite therapeutic doing stencil projects anyway, but it's quite nice to stencil onto, especially denim. I tried in my private members to try and do things on wool, and well, we don't talk about it anymore, do we, Martin? No, we just don't talk about it.
What wool?
Yeah, what happened?
What wool coat?
Didn't happen. I'm going to put the smaller one here, I think, covering over that green splodge. I mean, I'm going to work with the splodges, but it's there, so let's just... And there are no other stencils like these. These have been made by us. Jamie, my daughter, and myself have done these stencils. There's no other stencils like them. These are the only ones. Each stencil pack contains borders, because obviously I'm a furniture artist, so we thought of all the things that I wanted when I'm doing furniture. So it's a way of kind of, you know, getting exactly what you want when you do something like this. So one of my main remits was each set, because there's 3 in a pack, and each set had to have a significant amount of borders for cupboard doors and a main element for the centres and things for edges and little focal elements, and that's what we did. So I hope you like them. They're a dream to use, actually, and I'm not just saying that because they're mine. What next? Right, I'm going to put the toadstools in, but I need, obviously, I'll do 2 colours for that, because I'll need a red and a sort of cream. You know, you squeeze and it's okay, and then it's not coming out, so you give it another squeeze and then it all comes out and you get it everywhere. Sorry about this. I'll tell you what, I'll use some of this cocoa. Oh, it's the same. It's not one I use very often, so. Oh, right, okie doke. Red. Let's just pop one in here. I'll come back and do the tops in a minute. Maybe these little ones here. Is this fun to watch, Martin?
Yeah.
I know you quite like watching things. Sometimes that's why he's not filming me, because he's watching.
I'm trying to concentrate on the screen in front of me as opposed to watching you, because that's exactly what happens. I always get engrossed in the real life version of it.
Yeah,
and then I forget where I'm pointing the camera.
I really like watching people stencil for some bizarre reason. I just really enjoy it. If I see somebody doing a stencil, I'm just remembering to dip in my top coat. Sorry, 3 hours later my brain will work. It's my age. Just pop it back on. Don't want it to end up looking pink, but it's because I'm doing this and I'm not really letting it dry, but you will, because you're all awesome and I'm not. Imagine this on furniture. I think I will. I mean, we're having a whole week of videos, but I think I might just do a bit of furniture with this as well, Matt. Just because I'm desperate to use it. I've been desperate since I made it, since Jamie and I completed the stencils. I have been desperate to show them to you. Desperate, you know, thinking, oh, I can't wait. And I'm in the middle of doing this Sunday before the launch piece, and to be honest with you, I woke up this morning and said to Mark, can I just not use my new things? He was like, no, you've got to keep them for the launch. I was like, oh. Right, okay, now, like all nice.
Yeah. So there's a piece off to the right of
it's drying.
camera here that is in the process of drying a little bit, so she can carry on doing more of it, but she doesn't want to do that. She wants to do this.
I know. I'm just gonna not to lean on this. I just want a little bit of water and a little bit of my sealer and a little bit of white paint. Now I picked a brush that should make them quite irregular. Oh, these are so cute already. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never hear me saying that.
I think you're going to enjoy wearing these jeans.
Oh, I know. Just Put a wee bit of cream in the stalks because they've got a little bit beigey. I don't know if beige is a word, but let's give it a wee bit of a highlight. There. Now, I'm going to be putting other colours over the top of here, so I'm just kind of letting that be just now. What else do I want in here? I would quite like to have, oops, something fancy, maybe going down the centre. Oh, that's definitely getting onto my butt there. I think what I'm going to do is, while this dries, because I can't really do too much at once when it's wet, I'm just going to put that down in front of me and work on my legs. This is definitely my butt now. Hang on a minute. I'm sure you will have all the room in the world to do things like this, but I could have put them on the floor, but I want a project where I'm actually not, you know. Right, I want to use this little border. I think I'd like it coming down. Oh, man, plenty in the green paint. Why am I so messy?
Shall I pause while we clean this up?
Be back in a minute. Okay, so far so good, but I've decided I need some flowers in this, so I'm going to open up the Wee Posy stencil, which is featured on a couple of things. It's the one that's on the big suitcase, but I just want some flowers because why not?
Can we just go through them all again? So there's that one.
There's this one, the one with the vines and the leaves, because I think I might want some of those. This one works really well together, these two sets. And then there's the one with the floral borders. Yeah, so I'm going to be probably using this one and the leaf one. But we'll pop that there just now because I've been having so many paint disasters, man, and haven't I?
Just a few.
This wasn't there. I've just managed to achieve that on my own. So let's try and cover that up if we can. If we can get right across it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so red stencil brush, where are you? Oh, here you are. Now, I'll be wanting to make a pink with this, so what I'm probably going to do is get a little bit of Versailles going here. Yeah, I'm going to pop that beside my red. I've still got top coat here. Let's mix that through here and steal some of my red from the toadstools. Now, you can shade these toadstools. You can go back in with a darker shade before you put your spots on, but I was wanting quite a light kind of. Now, I'm trying to make up my mind. I'm still unclear whether I'm going to fill these all in blue and then come back with the details on top, or whether I'm going to get Poscas and bring out the detail. I'm unsure. Because yes, you can use Poscas as well on clothing, and you can use them really, they'll work really well with the stencils as well. So, are you kicking things over there, Martin?
I was just kicking it out of the way before I stand on it and actually break it.
We are slowly running out of room because we've got so many things and we need to keep them all here for the launch. So, and it's a big space I'm in. That's me just putting a little bit of furrow in the centres of these flowers like that. And if you want, you could add a little bit of, where is it? Capri Pink. Oh, there we go. And if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of darker pink around the edges and give it a wee bit more definition if you wanted to. If that was your heart desires. There we go. So I'm going to just move back up again.
I don't think covering up your green splodges really worked.
Well, what I'll do is I'll put a leaf there, Martin. I'm
Excuse me.
See that? You're coughing because you're mocking me. I have no time for mocking today. Tomorrow, yeah. But. So, yeah, understanding the concept. As long as you keep dipping and putting a little bit of your top coat sealer into this and you heat seal them, then they'll be absolutely fine. No problem at all. Just make sure that I get the centres nice. Just blend it out. Right, that's a darker pink one. Now I want to, where's the leaves? Because I'm determined that I'm going to try and make this better. Determined is the word. The thing is, it's getting a bit wet. I might have to come back because I think what I'll do is I'll get these 2 leaves here and I'll pop them over there like that. Let's have some vines coming down here. What I did was with the bottom half, I got my heat tool and I just ran over it to dry it off a bit so that it wasn't as wet. So I'm going back to this palette now with my greens on them and my top coat. And I also want some more floral. Let's just pop that there just now. Okay. Needs to be lighter, it won't show up. There we go. And I'm going to carry that on sort of to these flowers here. So like they look like they're connected to something. Because I can bring one down and across here. Oh, I've just dipped my paint in the stencil again. Can you believe that? You probably can't. I won't put this one back on until I clean it. Right. I think while I've been painting here, I've made a management decision. And my decision is I am going to make my moths solid so that I can come back and colour them in. Or am I going to do pockets? I don't know. I really don't know. How is it looking, Martin? It's starting to look really pretty, isn't it? What's wrong, Martin? You're awfully worried. What? Oh, the splodge. Don't worry about it. Why are you so worried? It's just paint. There were worse splodged before I began. I'll obviously just wait till I clean it because I dipped it in the green paint again. Oh, I'm a limbo. Right, okay, well, if you're not liking that, Martin, let's see if I can deal with it with. That's the good thing about stenciling. You just redo batch you don't like. Well, that's what I do. Yeah. There you go, Martin. Does that please you better? Is that more pleasing?
Whatever you want, baby.
Well, you're laughing at it.
I was laughing at you just dipping things in splodges of paint again.
No. It's because I'm
part of the creative process, isn't it?
It is. I think it is. I'm just going to do this leaf as well. I want a real woodlandy sort of theme. I can't wait to get to the front. I'm excited, but you know, I think I maybe put too much paint on them. Right, okay. What do I want? I think I might, where is it? Here it is. I want these little, let's fill this gap in here with some wee toadstools. So I want the green first on the grass. Try not to do their stalks. Imagine how cute this border is going to be on furniture. Oh. Right, and now I need to cream. And red. Oh no, that's pink. Red. But this time I'll maybe make it a little bit darker. How will I do that? If I dip a tiny little bit in this blue, just make it a wee shade darker, that's all. Right, okay, here goes. Oh, I think there might be bleed through. I think there's a bit too much on my brush, but we shall see. I think. Oh no. See, what I can do is so cute. What I can do is I can put my cream stock in with a Posca. How cute is that? I'm addicted now. Just want more. Let's put another one just floating in the air here because I love these. Now, I'm going to get on and do the whole back of my jeans, of my dungarees, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what my plan is for the front. Okay? But I think you can see they're really versatile. You can do lots of different things with them. If you wanted to put a wee shade of the pink in the toadstool as well, you could do. Okay, that's it so far. Okay, so before I turn over and start doing the other side, I've just got some fabric pens here and I'm just putting some details just on the things that I can, just to kind of make those pop a little bit. I'm still too minded on what I'm doing with the moth yet. Get a green, just kind of just highlight that branch. You don't have to do all of it, and you don't even have to have fabric pens. I've got Posca pens here as well. You can use those. But I remembered Martin got me these ages ago for a birthday. It was a number of years ago. He's just said to me, "Oh, you've got all the things," and I wanted to say, "Well, you bought them." Yeah,
it happens. I forget sometimes the things that I buy.
I know.
Like the package has just arrived.
Yeah, Martin bought me some heat up slippers for when I'm in the car because my feet are always cold and I'm always complaining, and it means that he always has to turn the heating up for me just for my feet, and his feet melt while he's driving, so he's got me some heat up slippers. And he said to me, "Oh, what have you been buying?" I went, "I haven't been buying anything." And then he went, "Oh, I forgot I bought them." So the toadstools, I'm just doing a bit of grass like that around those, and just doing a bit of an outline with this around there and some lines. Just kind of, it literally is just to kind of bring the things alive, and just you don't necessarily need to do this part. It's just what I'm doing. See if this purple works. Just I'm gonna give this a little bit of a shadow around the edge. Just around there like that. It's a good chance as well when you want to sort of tidy up some of your stenciling. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just tidying up the edges, and even though there's not a flower petal there, yeah, just gives it a little bit of something. I wonder if this yellow works. I might put a little bit more yellow in here. Right, I think you get the drill. I'm just kind of fixing the back, and then we'll move on to how I'm going to design the front. Now, the front of the trousers of the dungarees are much more, shall we say, painty. So we'll have quite a lot of texture to work on the front, but we'll see what we can do. I'm just putting some extra colour into there. Right, okay, back in a minute. Okay, this is how the back looks. Right, all I did was I kind of put some Posca through it, did some extra colours. That's all I did. I just finished it up. Now the front is going to be completely different because the front is really messy on my dungarees. They're really messy. I mean, they are filthy, dirty. They're clean, but they're covered in paint. So whereas the back will be
They're
nice.
not very old, those.
No, they're not. But the thing about it is it'll probably nearly always be my back you're going to see. So I'm all right with that. How am I going to camouflage this all up? I'm just going to try and find shapes in my stencils because I'm going to use the same velvet wing and wee posies to do all of this, and you've kind of seen me do it, so you kind of get the gist. If not, I'm just repeating it, but I mean, I'll maybe put a fern in here just on camera so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make the pocket pretty. I think what I'll do is I'll put this moth up here in the pocket here, and I think I'll start with a pale colour with my moth. So I'm using Antoinette, which is a pink from Annie Sloan. Now the pocket's kind of bumpy. I am going to show this stencil again on another piece of furniture, just because there's a lot of bleed through on fabric and things. It's not the same as doing it on furniture, and it's just so you can actually see the very sharp detail that maybe you're not capturing when you're doing it on fabric. I put top coat sealer in this, so we're good. Now what I want to do now is a sort of blended one, so I'm dipping a little bit in Capri Pink. And I'm just kind of sort of blend the pink around it. Like that. And then maybe dip it a little bit in the red and do a different shade of pink in the centre. So, just to make it a little bit more girly, I think. So that's that. And I'll go round all of this with Posca. But I think what my next manoeuvre is I'm going to do ferns on both sides and something up. I'll probably use if I can just grab these. It's like Christmas for me. I've got all these really fabulous stencils, and I just, there's so many things I want to do with them. I think this little border with all the little toadstools I'm going to have running up across there. Yeah, I'm going to do that next, which is so cute. I can't wait to use this and the moss and everything on furniture. So I'll get on. I'm going to finish my dungarees, and then I'll just come back to the reveal at the end. I mean, I'm only trying to make short videos for Made by Marley week, and there are some long ones as well. So it's just to show you that you can actually stencil on fabric. But remember as well, and if I've got time, and it'll all depend on time, if I can fit another one in, and I've got plenty of lampshades, I'll show you how to stencil lampshades as well. So anyway, no problem on fabrics. Oh, and obviously you can stencil onto mirrors, onto glass, if you're using chalk paint. What else is fabric? Not wool coats, you can't do that. Pots, garden pots, for outdoors. It's not just furniture. You can make your own Roman blinds. I really fancy doing something like that. Get some nice sort of linen fabric and using my stencils and making some blinds, that pull. Because I used to be able to make those, and it's literally just hook and eyes at the bottom and rods that go up the way, and all the strings go that way, so that when you pull it, they go up and down. So something like that. I mean, you can do anything. Anyway, I'll get on and finish these, and then I'll show you them what they look like at the end, okay? Okay, so I finished the dungarees. They would have been much nicer looking if they'd been brand new, but because they were covered in paint and the front was really awful, I kind of really had to stencil a whole load of detail over it and kind of try and hide all the marks. But the back is really nice, and considering you see a lot of my back, well, that's good. But these are the Made by Marley stencils on my dungarees, and these are Lucy and Yak dungarees, which I wear a lot, and they are so comfy and designed in Britain, so that's pretty cool. I hope you've enjoyed this one. There's many more to come this week, and I bet you're all at the end of this going to find your dungarees.
I am.
Anyway, bye bye for now.